in a place where folk will say anything, wear anything, do anything. I recoil with horror as I see young mothers cuss out 2-year-old children and say you are absolutely no good, blah, 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 fall out of their mouth on their way into a department store. And I want to stop and say, no, you're the one who's no good. At least you don't recognize the good that God has placed inside of you. And somehow somebody's got to stand up and defend our dignity. I know that we're in an economic recession, but can I tell you that what we need more than money, what we need more than land, what we need more than even the vote is a sense of somebodyness, a sense of self-esteem. The understanding that God made us, and when God makes you, God don't make no junk. And because you're not junk, you can't live a junky life. You can't live anywhere. You can't just say anything. You've got to act like you're a child of the living God. God, help us to defend our dignity. That's the prayer that I've been praying in recent days. I've been saying, God, save us. Save us not just from this economic recession, but save us from self-hatred. Because after the recession is over, if you don't know how to love yourself, no amount of money will do you any good. And so, God, save us. Save us from a profit-driven music industry that sings serenades and sells back to us the worst kinds of racial stereotypes about us. Thugs, gangsters, and video vixens is not who we are. Save us from the crass and the crude, and teach us how to truly be creative again. I was at an event the other day, and Bill Cosby was the honoree and the speaker. And he said that his grandfather used to say to him, and he never forgot it. And this is part of what informs the campaign that he's been on these last several years. I don't agree with everything Bill says, but he was right. He said that my grandfather told me that a people or a person who constantly compromises themselves have to lose the ability to feel embarrassed. By 4 o'clock, you'll get that. Let me say it. If you constantly compromise yourself, you have to lose the ability to feel embarrassed. You know I'm telling the truth. When was the last time you walked down a street in our community and saw somebody coming towards you, look what they had on, look how they were carrying on, and ask yourself, why don't you feel embarrassed? You were embarrassed just to be in their vicinity. You didn't understand why they didn't feel embarrassed talking like that, carrying on like that. Somehow, we have to hold on to our dignity. Because if your dignity is intact, even when you're broke, folk will have to respect you.